John Lusker of Lusk Archery Adventures. Series testing, successful hunting. I've got another great broadhead to test today. Thanks to a buddy of mine, Nathan McCullough, who's a viewer and donated these. I'm able to test a pack of the NAP Crossfire, 125 grain, 3-blade all steel head. Got some really unique design features to it. And you know, I really appreciate it when viewers donate broadheads like this, because sometimes manufacturers, especially a big company like NAP, they won't bother to donate the heads, and then I tap out my broadhead budget just buying as many as I can. So when viewers like Nathan donate a pack that they're interested in, not only do they benefit from the test and does the channel benefit from the test, but everybody does, because everybody gets to see how it performs. So we're going to zoom on in here and go through some of these design features and specifications, and then put it to the test using my protocol for 2023. And for a detailed description of that protocol, the process that I use for testing, you can check out that video that I posted earlier this year called 2023 Broadhead Test Process, and it'll explain it all, as well as I post the scores of each of the tests that I do, and kind of a little bit about why I do them and how I quantify them in the description right below this video. And I'm going to be using my Bowtech CP28 for the shots. It's set at 72 pounds and 27-inch draw, and then I'm using Bishop FOC King arrows for most of the shooting, but then I use the Bishop Fad Eliminator for the really hard impact stuff, because man, they can take a beating, let me tell you. So really eager to check this head out and see how it performs. Here's a good look at the broadhead, and man, this has got some really cool features to it. So let's start with the materials. It's all steel, and the main body here, as well as the tip, is a nickel-plated steel, just to give it extra durability there. And then it's got this hardened steel, like pyramid tip, but really it's got it looks like 3 sides, but it's kind of 6 sides to it, 3 cutting sides to it. It looks pretty sharp and pretty durable as well. The blades are a 440C stainless steel, so high quality steel there for the blades, and their thickness at the base is like 0.040 inches thick, and then at the narrowest area before the ferrule starts, it gets to 0.027 inches thick. So that's pretty thin for a blade. The cutting diameter is 1 1/8. So with 3 blades, the total cut is about 1.69 inches. Now everything about this broadhead is built for flight. You see, it's got the vented blades to make it a little bit more forgiving. It's also got these dimples to work just like a golf ball as it rotates in flight. The air is kind of trapped in there, and it keeps it from creating a vacuum. It rolls around with it to help it stay on course. And then you notice at the base here, there's this little hole, and it comes with a tool. Honestly, it's kind of a pain, but to put it on, okay, you can screw it on to a certain degree of tightness, then you got to put this little tool through it, and you can use like an Allen wrench or something, and then you just rotate it a little bit more and tighten it snug like that. And then once it's snug, it still just spins. So this isn't loosening it, because the base of the ferrule there is still stuck in there, but this just allows it to rotate freely, and that's going to help it be more forgiving in flight. It's going to keep it from planing like some broadheads do, and also could help in penetration. If it hits something really hard, it could just kind of spin around rather than coming to a dead stop. So a lot of cool advantages to it. I'm eager to put it to the test and see how it performs. It took 250 grams of force to cut through the copolymer wire, which is a 9.5 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated right at 7.5 inches. It took an extra 25 grams of force to cut through the wire, which is a 9.5 on a 10-point scale. It penetrated through 59 layers. It's in excellent condition after going through the MDF 3 times. And it's still in excellent shape after the 2 shots through the steel plate. Here it is after all the durability tests, going through the MDF 3 times, into the steel plate a couple times, and then into the concrete. And man, it did really well. I don't know what I was expecting, but I don't think I was expecting it to hold up this well. That tip is still in very good condition. The blades held together really well, even into that concrete. There's just a little bit of damage to one of these blades, but man, that's hard to even find, and it still spins very well. So what did you think of the Crossfire? Man, it did really well. I wasn't sure exactly what to expect, but it far exceeded my expectations. Really, there was not a weakness. It flew incredibly well, penetrated well, was way more durable than I would have guessed. And so I really like a lot about this head. The only reason it didn't score better, which it still got 9 golden arrows, but the only thing that it didn't score well in was the overall cut size. And, that's just because I like a wider cut with most setups for, whitetail size or mule deer size animals and smaller. That's how I quantify it. So in the algorithm that I use to give the overall score, it favors a larger cut. Now, it's a drawback if that larger cut doesn't get better penetration. So it all kind of evens out. But this would be a really good head for a lighter setup on smaller animals, or if you're going after a much bigger animal. So you check out the score sheet and see how it performed in the areas that matter to you the most, and see if it might be a good fit for you.